Yo, 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 what is up, party people? Welcome to another episode of The Recap, a segment here on Pathway Students where we recap what the Lord has been doing. And this is the November edition. And I'm joined by a mighty fine crew. Starting to my right, I have the Michele Flaming. AKA my mom. How are you doing today, Mom?
Very fine, thanks, son.
And to her right, we have the Harper Needham. How are you today, Harper? Good. Awesome. And then to Harper's right, we have Harper's mom, Heather Needham.
Hey.
I had a delayed reaction.
I thought he was hyping me up here. Like, come on.
Psych. How are you doing now,
Well,
Heather?
I'm all right now. Just bum me out.
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad you guys have joined for this episode of The Recap. Oh, and here's a fun little family dynamic if you didn't catch it. Got me and my mom and Harper and her mom. So it's a family affair over here. It's a party with the Flamings and the Needhams here at Pathway Students on The Recap. And with that being said, we're going to recap what the Lord has done here in Pathway Students in the month of November. We are in December, Christmas season, crazy to believe. And we'll start things off on the lighter side. What's been your favorite part of the month of November? In no particular order, unless you guys want to go down the line. If you have a preference, maybe Mom, you can start it off. But what was your favorite part of November?
Well, I'm behind the counter a lot with the food, and I love when the kids come up and they see what we're having that night, whether it's pizza or, snack night, and just see the smiles on their faces and keep coming back for firsts and seconds and thirds.
Have you ever had a kid come up to grab food and not have a smile on their face?
No.
Like food. Oh, not food.
Never.
I'm just playing. Yeah, we love having food here at Pathway Students. So there you go. Awesome. Harper, what was your favorite part of November?
So my favorite part of November was probably, hold on, I'm trying to think how I would, I can't.
It was so good. It's hard to articulate.
when your youth
I know what she's going to say.
pastor says babe in his
Oh! When your youth pastor says baby in his sermon. Who was that? Oh, me. Oh, yes, baby. I did not think I would get so much backlash from that commentary of high school James talking to his girlfriend. So, noted, do not say baby in the sermon unless you want to distract people like Harper. So there you go.
Sixth grade girl group.
You're like, what? Baby? I don't think it's for the record, I don't think I called my girlfriend when I was in high school baby. It was just dramatic hyperbole for the story. So there you go.
Babe.
No babe or baby. I didn't really have any terms of endearment back in high school. Anyway. All right. And then Heather, can you match that? Can anything better than that?
I can't match that, but I did enjoy seeing the kids throw a frozen, 20-pound turkey bowling. I just know that there was a lot of screaming that night. There was a lot of hype around this massive turkey being tossed or slid or something, but it was fun to see the kids with that.
Good old turkey bowling.
Yeah.
That's a classic here at Pathway Student. Shout out to Pastor Nate. I think that was his idea. He's been doing that for years, and we legit, if you weren't there, bowl a frozen turkey down the lane and hit some pins. So did you have a chance, Harper, to do the turkey bowling, or you just watch?
No, I did not. You
didn't embarrass
We did have some that were competitive. There were some that
100%.
were upset in the lobby that their turkey did not knock the pins all down.
How about that? So if you haven't been on Pathway Students in a while, this is what you missed out. So come to Pathway Students this month and enjoy the activities like turkey bowling and your youth pastor saying baby. And food. Yes, the three most important things in a youth group. With that being said, switching gears, guys, I want to hear, I'm glad we had a good time to laughing about some of the fun things, because we like to have fun here at Pathway Students, but we also love to have serious moments where we grow in our relationship with the Lord and with each other. So with that being said, what was your favorite part of the month on a more deeper, say spiritual level?
Yeah, James, you spoke on about handling conflict, and no matter what age you are, you deal with conflict, and there's a biblical way to approach it. And we were just talking about the steps of just going to the person first, and then taking some friends with you the second time, and then going to leadership, your pastor if you need to. Just a good reminder that we're not all going to get along, and when we don't, and we have ought with a friend, that there is a biblical way to take care of it. And that was a good reminder.
Amen. And that comes straight out of Matthew 18, where Jesus gives that blueprint for handling conflict. Raise your hand out there if you've had conflict before. All right. I see those hands. Yep. Everyone's hand should be up. If you haven't had conflict, you will have conflict sometime in the future. So handling is very important. Harper, what about you?
So I liked it when Pastor Nate preached about being real, because especially for my age at school, people can, even the world can like influence you to do something that is not right, and like to treat others bad. And being real, like to be real in God's like faith and like stuff like that can definitely like change the perspective. Like, I don't know really. Like,
Yeah, that's a good word. Absolutely. Being real is so important, because we live in a culture, in a world where we are tempted to be fake or change who we are. And if we're a follower of Christ, maybe even change what Christ has said about us in order to conform to what the other people are doing. So that's a good word. Absolutely. And then Heather, what about you?
I think the last Wednesday before Thanksgiving, Pastor Nate talked about being thankful. He had, what did he say, James? It was
Thanksgiving on repeat, I believe.
Thanksgiving
was the
on
title.
repeat. And even in our small group, just reminding each other like small things to be, during Thanksgiving, we obviously say we're thankful for just the mundane things, or just, things that you say on repeat, but really breaking it down as a group and as like young females, that they were able to just like take a moment to realize what they really are thankful for. And in a crazy world, the small things that the Lord has blessed them with, they were really able to like break that down and just be like, wow, we're thankful for so many things. We're thankful that we can come on a Wednesday night and freely worship the Lord and speak in a small group together, and have people around us to do life with, and just stuff like that. It just was really moving to really break down Thanksgiving and what we're thankful for.
Amen. It's very important that we keep note and track of the things we're thankful for, because it can be so easy to be tempted to complain and forget about those things that we hold so dear. So hopefully this past Thanksgiving, you had an opportunity to sit down with the Lord, or sit down with your friends or family, and kind of reflect on some of the things you're thankful for this past year, because if we neglect to do that, it's very tragic. So I'm glad that was a good word. And with that being said, any final thoughts and comments on this episode of the recap, maybe piggybacking off of what someone else has already said as we close this episode out?
No, I guess I just thinking about small groups and just the leaders and the kids. I love the community of youth group, and just hanging out and just being with a group of people and learning about God and His Word. And it's fun. It's fun community. So keep coming out, youth.
Yep.
Amen.
And it's a place where they can be real in themselves, and we will love them and accept them for who they are, and just reminding kids of how much Christ loves them. And that's such a fun thing to do on a Wednesday night.
Amen. Yeah. There's a lot of things we can be doing on a Wednesday night. And it's crazy. It's bananas, and Harper's is part of that crazy with
bananas.
those crazy kids and stuff like that. Well, Harper, any mic drop words as we close this episode off? Give us one last baby. We're closing this, baby. Yeah.
With a Justin Bieber quote.
Yeah.
just to like stay real in yourself with God, and not just, and you can be real here, like you can be yourself here, and that's nice.
Amen. Be real. Isn't that a social media thing now? I don't know. Or everyone was so fake on it, if I'm being honest with you, when I did have it. Yeah. So be real, and Pathway Students is a place where we want you to come as you are, your genuine self. Don't fake it till you make it here. Be who you are. Find Christ, and He'll transform you. So with that being said, this was the November edition of the recap, and we hope you enjoyed our conversation. Big thank you to Michele, her mom, Harper, and Heather. Yes. Well, Heather. No. We'll give you your horn. Awesome. Thanks for watching. This is the recap, where we recap what the Lord has done here at Pathway Students. We'll see you next time.